Hi everyone, I'm Hanan and today I'm representing the Najdi dialect.
Hi everyone, I'm Lemise and today I'm representing the Hejazi dialect.
Hi everyone, my name is Mubarraz. I am representing southern dialect, but more specifically, a tribal accent. It's called Absi tribe, so I will be representing specifically that tribe dialect. It will not be uh, as clear as southern accents to other Saudi speakers. The southern side of Saudi Arabia is like 3 different regions. One region is called Jizan. Jizan has different accents depend on where you are in Jizan. If you are closer to the coast, or if you are in the mountain area. So my dialect is from the mountain area. Just want to point that out.
Excellent. Thank you so much, everyone. And one thing I do want to mention, we did have other dialects and accents that were going to be represented, but for the reasons that came up, something last minute, they weren't able to join us. However, as we all know, there are many different accents, many different dialects, and within those dialects, there are different accents. So we can always do other videos in the future and include more of them.
So in the dialect I'm speaking, we do add some sounds that only specific, if you know it, if you are from the south, you may get it or you may catch it, but if you are not from the south, you may not catch it. What I mean is the letter kaf, ka, we say cha, like they say in the Gulf area and also in Iran. And we also add na in the end of the nouns. Na, like tanween. You mean tanween? When we add noon and stuff like this, we add something similar to the tanween at the end of some words, not all of them. Okay. So now my
hear it.
Okay. So it goes like this. عطش حاجن ذي لليوم يوم برحنا ببلاد شرفي أني وته واعترف أنا تفين ومن مخوف قعدنا بخوق ما واحد تندى على مثالي ما اختلفها اللي هولنا من نمشر فيه برحنا نفطر. End of the sentence.
Wow.
That's really hard.
I can see your reaction. I will break it down, but I want to hear your thoughts before I start breaking it down. Did you understand anything at all?
Okay, so that was very surprising because I thought I'd know more. I heard naftar, which is basically we had breakfast.
Yes.
And
yeah.
And I think that's it, honestly.
I couldn't understand anything, to be honest.
I think what makes it difficult is the fact that we speak it fast.
Yeah.
But once I start break it down, you may catch something. And also we do like replace some words with other words. That's what make it difficult. So Acha Hagen, this is okay. This Acha, it is kaf. So Adak means Acha Hagen. Do you mean you remember? Do you remember? So the word تذكر we say Hagen. The word you and the noon at the end is like the tanween. So Adak Hag. This is how it's the standard, but we add to it the cha and the noon at the end, which means do you remember? And then do you remember عطش حق ذي لليوم? ذي لليوم, it means the other day.
Okay.
The other day.
Other day.
Yeah. يوم برهنا البلاد نشر فيه. يوم برهنا البلاد. طبعا البلاد it means farm.
Okay.
And
basically the country or
yes.
So it means
yes, exactly. In other parts of Saudi, bilad is just mean country, but specifically in the south, some tribes call this word bilad to the farms. And when I said barrahna, it means we went in the morning. So we have different word for each time of the day. So if we went in the morning, we would say barrahna. But if we went on the afternoon, we would use another word. And the same thing in the evening. So برهنا برهنا in the morning. يوم برهنا نشرفي okay, so the word نشرفي, it's kind of activity related to an animal called شريفة. شريفة is the rabbit, أرنب. Yes.
That's hard.
Yeah. What makes it hard is we replaced a lot of words. That's what makes it hard. But some areas, like the mountainous area of Jizan, they all use the same replacements, I would say. So يوم برهنا بلاد نشرفي أني وتا means me and you. أني means أنا, and أتا means you, and so يوم برهنا نشرفي أني وتا. Tarafana, it's actually from a standard Arabic word, which means tarab. Tarabana, but we say that. It's tarabana, we said tarafana. Thifin. Okay, thifin is a specific type of snake, the big one. The big black snake. I'm not sure what
I had no idea.
I think in Najd they call it Jnaib or Abu Jnaib or something like that. I'm not something like that. Yeah. And منهم خوف قعدنا بخوجن مع واحد تندى على ثاني. Okay, I know this is kind of long, but منهم خوف it's easy. Something I forgot to mention, we add the sound m at the start of each word, so we can say mbet, سيارة. You can relate to that, right?
So usually in all of Saudi, it's A-L-L, al-bayt, but you say mbet.
Yes, exactly. So منهم خوف, I mean, because we got scared.
Out of fear.
Yeah, out of fear. منهم خوف قعدنا بخوجن مع واحد تندى على ثاني. بخوجن means we kept looking at each other. Okay. Sorry? Yeah, another. Yes, we kept looking at each other. And ما واحد, this is also from the standard Arabic. ما أحد. The word واحد is from أحد. ما واحد تندى على ثاني. So the word هرجنا, I think when we said هرجنا, we call it نتندى. We talk to each other. نتكلم مع بعض. So ما واحد تندى على ثاني. It's the other one. ثاني is the same thing. No one talked to the other. And ما اختلفاها إلا هونا من مشرفية وبرهنا نفطر. So مشرفية is the activity which is hunting rabbits or chasing. I would say chasing after rabbits. So ما اختلفاها إلا هونا. So we ended up just saying it's not worth it. We will end the activity there. And برهنا نفطر. برهنا again is we went in the morning. So برهنا نفطر. We went back to get some breakfast.
But I feel maybe like because you said it like really fast, so maybe like if you say that like slowly or saying the word slowly, I would then like catch some word. But like the way like you said it, like it was really fast and like I couldn't like understand anything. That's why.
Yeah,
but like this is how
you would surprise. I said it very, very slowly.
Oh my God.
Because when we speak normally it's really, really fast.
Well, I was gonna suggest now that you've explained it, do you want to just read it once at like normal speed, like without like slowing it down? And then so Hanan and Lamis, you can just listen to it because now you understand the context and what it means. So just to see what yeah. So just kind of read it again as if you were speaking to somebody like your friend or family or whatever.
Okay. عشان حاجة ندير اليوم يوم برهنا بلاد نشرف يعني وقتها. واعترفها نسفيا ومن مخاف قعدنا بخوض واحد انت ندى على مثالي مختلفها هل هونا من شرفية وبرهنا نخطب.
Wow. Okay.
This is
No,
normal. This is
if
how
I
we
were to
speak normal.
hear that, I wouldn't understand anything except niftar, which was the end word, and it's to have
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yes. So this is
Wow.
when I break it down, if you are or if you understand the southern dialects, you may catch some stuff. But if you are also from Najd and from Hijaz, maybe from the eastern province, you still find it difficult, even after breaking it down. That's what makes it kind of difficult. But the whole mountainous area in Jizan and some of Nasir, the other southern region, they may understand some of it.
Yeah, I'll start with the Najdi general dialect. And so this is my paragraph. كنا مجتمعين بصباح العيد ذا في بيتي. الزبدة قلت تسنع وزين مصابيب لصديقتي الأجنبية. ناولتها علبة العسل تغسلها وتمسحها. رجعت لي بعلبة فاضية تلق نظافة. سألتها وين هالعسل؟ وش سويتي فيه؟ أثريها كبته كله بالمجلة. عسل بري أصلي راح. صدق لا قالوا اللي ما يعرف الصقر يشوي.
For me, I think
Okay.
like because I'm also like lived in Riyadh for my whole life, so like I catch some word, like I feel like I'm familiar with the accent, and like maybe it's harder like for some people who like they don't know like the accent, but it's really like the word al-zibda. Yeah, so that's, and also like when they used nawaltaha, like we say it like in another like words in the like in different like cities.
I can totally understand the same. I'm the same case as Lamis. I lived in Riyadh, so I kind of understood the whole paragraph. I would say 90% or 95%. The only thing that I didn't get is masabib, but I know it's some kind of food. That's correct.
Yes.
I think I
Masabib is
understood
the
everything.
whole wheat pancake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
awesome.
understood.
I can just like break them down if that's okay, Bahadur.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
So yeah, masabib is the whole wheat pancakes that's drizzled with, you know, ghee and honey. And I think in southern part of Saudi Arabia, we say marasiya, or I think that there's another word for it too, but there's always like variations and like names of the same dish. In terms of the breakdown of the paragraph, كنا مجتمعين بصباح العيد ذا في بيتي. So, and we were all together the Eid morning in my place. That is what's used in the Najdi dialect, but maybe in Hejazi, Lamis, what is the more common way to say هذا or da?
Like without the da, hada, right?
هذا.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. الزبدة is a very common word in Najd, and maybe also in other parts of Saudi. And it's basically if the literal translation is the butter. So it's kind of, you know, odd, but the butter means to cut to the chase, basically. It's a kind of linking word that's very commonly used. أتسنع وزين مصابيب. أتسنع is being, you know, a good person, a very like domestically good person that does, you know, really good food, basically, or does good stuff around the house, I guess. أزين مصابيب. Masabib is what we said earlier. ناولتها is I gave her. That's what is commonly said in Najdi dialect, but probably in Hijazi is أعطيتها, أديتها, right?
Yeah.
And I think the other difference would be وش سويتي فيه, which would mean what did you do with it? in Saudi Arabia, it's kind of differs. Some areas they say wish, others say ish or wishu, depending on the area. And then in the end, it's the saying, the common saying that says صدق لقى صدق. Actually, صدق is different to other areas where they say صدق, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of quite a difference. And then اللي ما يعرف الصقر شوي, which basically translates to if you don't know what is an eagle or what is an eagle, you would barbecue it, or those who know what an eagle is would like kill it or barbecue it.
This is the most understood accent, I would say, in my opinion, in Saudi.
So, but before I start, so like because I was raised and born in Riyadh, so it might sound like I may it may sound not the same pronunciation. Okay. So نادرت أمس الدكان مع سيدي، كنت أبغى أشتري شريك ودقة وأبو فروة، بعدين رجعت البيت، ستيتا وبزورتها كانوا عندنا، جلسنا في البخشة وهرجنا شوية وشوينا وباتت عندنا. انبسطنا مرة، ستيتا هرجة حلو زي أمي، فعلا اقلب القدر على فمها تطلع البنت على أمها. So that's my sentence.
My initial reaction, because I've also lived in Jeddah, so I understand more or less, I'd say 95%. But yeah, you'd break it down later. I think nadert is like go down, right? Or like I would go to somewhere.
Like I went, or yeah.
I went. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. For me personally, I kind of understood. I would say I understood the whole story, but there are some words. Also, I think it's food when you said Shrek and some other stuff. I know this type of like bread or something. But the whole story, I understood like 80%. I would give myself 80%.
So like ندرت أمس الدكان, like I went to the mini market yesterday. I think dukkan, like everyone knows dukkan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
الدكان is mostly said in Hejaz, and then البقالة أو الماء supermarket is probably said in other areas, right?
Yeah. And with مع سيدي, it's like with my grandpa. Like they say it like for grandpa and also like for your husband sometimes. But like here I meant like with my grandpa. I wanted to buy like when I said like كنت أبغى أشتري شريك ودقة وأبو فروة, like I wanted to buy bread. It's like shrik, it's a bread like with sesame on it. It's like a traditional Hejazi bread. And dukka, it's like a thyme. I'm not sure like what is it called in English.
It's like a spice blend, right?
Spice blend, yeah, or something. Yeah. And Abu Farwa, it's like chestnut.
Yeah, Abu Farwa.
Yeah, chestnut. And when I said like I رجعت البيت بعدها, ستيتا كانت عندنا, that's like ستيتا means my older sister. And
I thought it meant grandmother. This is why
grandmother, like
I also thought it meant grandmother.
Yeah. وبزورتها كانوا عندنا, that means her kids like also like were with her like in our house. And جلسنا في البخشة. بخشة means like the garden or like the house garden.
Okay.
Yeah,
probably
like
bakhsha is the thing that
I think this word like it's like I heard that like in Turkish also they say it.
So the word is actually, that's interesting. I would have never guessed that you would use this word because it's originally Persian.
Yeah, Persian, right?
We say bahçe, which also like, so the sound is not pronounced in Turkish, right? So
but does it have the same meaning?
Yeah, we use it for like a small garden.
Yeah, it's like weird because like I heard it like when I was like watching a Turkish series.
And how do you pronounce it?
Bakhsha.
Yeah, so the ch becomes more like a sh sound.
Yeah, any sort of garden, like, and it's like usually like it's the small like garden, like not the big one, like like the backyard of the house. When you have like a small garden, we call it bakhsha, or like it's not like a really big park.
Yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
small.
It's the
Yeah.
exact same thing because in Persian, the word for like bagh is like a bigger, sort of larger, but and then the word che in general is is to make something smaller, diminutive. So you can say that with anything. So for example, let's use an Arabic loan word in Persian, like kitab, right? So in Persian, we would say kitab che for like a small book. So bahçe is like a small
Okay.
garden. So you would say
Okay.
bahçe for like a little garden or a small backyard or something like that.
Got the patio or something.
Yeah, exactly. Which I find so interesting that the word has kind of entered the specific dialect of
I think in Hijaz area specifically, it had more influence from all over the world, like because there are a lot of people that went to Hijaz and influenced the accent there.
Yeah.
Because of pilgrimage to Mecca and
So also like in Hijaz we call like when someone like older, like your cousin or someone, that we call the like if he's a boy we call him like abi, and if she's like a girl we call her like abla, and that's like really similar. Like I heard it like a lot in different like languages.
Yeah,
I've
interesting.
never heard about that.
no, me neither.
Yeah,
One thing
that's
to highlight is in Hijaz, they say Hijaz, the G sound is much more toned down as in comparison to maybe the eastern or central part of Saudi Arabia, because it's J, اجتمعنا versus اجتمعنا.
Oh yeah.
Something that I
Oh,
very
yeah.
much, realized living between the two cities.
وخرجنا شوية وشوينا اسمي like we barbecued, and also like خرجنا I couldn't like translate it or like because it's like we
Just
talked or like we hang
yeah.
out or yeah. وباتت عندنا. Yeah, sorry.
In Najdi, خرجنا is like سولفنا, right? Or
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's how we سولفنا, yeah, or we talked or like we're having fun.
we gossip maybe, not
Yeah, gossip.
probably.
I think it's
Yeah.
the idea is more like gathering talk more than just the word talk, right?
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
understood this, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's more, yeah. وباتت عندنا. Do you know like guys the word باتت?
Yes, she slept at
Slept
your
over.
house.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And انبسطنا يعني like we had so much fun. استيتا هرجة حلوة, like I meant like my sister, like she had like the word هرجة, like has like nice things like to say, or like she knows how to talk like my mom. And then like I said like اقلب القدر على فمها تطلع البنت على أمها. Like it's like turn the pot upside down, the daughter will be like her mom. I don't know like what does it exactly mean, but we always say it like when
Yeah. It's like mother, like daughter or something.
yeah, like mother, like daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, and that's like that's it.
So reactions to the paragraph. I think for me, bakhsha or whatever, yeah, I don't know if I'm saying it right. Never heard of it before. Steta, I thought it was grandmother too, like mom. And okay, so nadert in Southern Arabic, in the Southern Arabic that my grandparents speak, is actually I went down. So some like nadert الدرج, like I went down like a floor. So it's interesting how that compares to Hejazi, which is probably like I went.
Yeah, that's true. Like I also like heard like people saying nadart as like I went down, like I went.
yeah, that's what I pointed out earlier. I think I understood it, but some word like no, Baksha, I know it before. I have heard it before, but the rest I think is, and also stata. I actually the first time I thought you said theta with not, there is no s at the beginning, or sa. That's
Yeah.
why I thought it was grandmother. But when you said it again and you explain it, then I understood that. And the rest I think is fairly more, I would say, understandable
Yeah.
to me personally. Yeah. And I think this goes for every country or every big country because of the diversity of the terrain, the people. That has to be like this anywhere in the world.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. There's
Mm.
countries that are geographically larger, like there's
Yeah.
a lot of diversity within them, but sometimes outside of the country, like people don't really know about that. So
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yes, thank
Also
you. Thank
for
you.
the initiative, because it's honestly, I had so much fun with this, and I'm particularly like super, happy to have heard Mfarrah's part, because it's, also, showing us Saudis the difference of dialects that we have and the diversity of accents that we have. So that was very cool.
For me, I would say the same too. I would say thank you to give us this opportunity to show, not okay, to show the world, but even in Saudi, peoples in Saudi, they think some of them, if they are, because I know Hanan and Lamis um, have have some experience with different dialects because where they lived. But some people, if they like lived all their life in one city, they would not be exposed to this the differences in the accents. So thank you for this opportunity to show this to everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm also like I'm happy. Like I feel like I learned like a new dialect. Like I haven't like heard that before, and it's really like interesting. Thank you so much.
no,
Thank you,
thank you.
everyone.
No, it's my pleasure. Thank you for being a part of it. As I said, like with your programs, I also learned new things as well, even though I'm not an Arabic speaker. I'm familiar with the language, but for me it was very educational and interesting as well.
And I wanted to point out because maybe just adding to what Hanan said, because her parents are from Al-Baha, maybe her parents would understand more because the older generations can understand each other because they had to like travel a lot between villages, so because of living. And the newer generations, our generation and the generation to come, this kind of dialect, it will die in the future because everyone now is speaking the same language or the same dialect in
Yeah.
Saudi or even everywhere else. So just this, I just wanted to add that because in the future, I know this dialect will die.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like dialects like changes with the generation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I just hope that, in my opinion, I hope that through making videos like this or through initiatives and ways of at least making people familiar with a dialect, or even like there are languages in the same category as well, that there's so few people speak them and they're dominated by languages around them that they're just kind of die out. But I hope that this helps to at least preserve it to some extent. And for everybody who's watching, as I said before, there are many different accents. There are numerous dialects, and we had plans to feature a few others, but it's probably better to kind of break it into separate videos, because for this video, this was really wonderful. Again, thank you so much. I hope everybody who's watching enjoyed it as well.